Hi, this is Maya, and in this lesson, I'm going to teach you how to draw an anime girl 3/4 view. So, we're going to start by just drawing a circle. This will be the basis for the head. And next, we're going to draw kind of a triangle prism type thing down here in order to block out the chin. These lines are for the neck. I'm kind of going on an angle of, it's definitely 3/4 view, so you can see that that's the neck and the shoulders there. I usually spend a lot of time getting these proportions and these lines and angles perfect. So if you find yourself spending a lot of time on those too, just don't be afraid. I'm sorry about my head in there. I don't know what I was doing. And as you can tell, I'm a blonde. So those lines that we just put in are for the placement of the eyes and nose and ears and mouth. Lots of erasing, so as you might have been able to tell, I added a little jut out there on the side, which is the cheek. If you notice on actual profiles, usually there is a distinct curve to signify where the cheek connects to the rest of the face. An ear is added to the side using that line, and we can block out the eyes. Here we're adding the eyelashes. And something to note about the 3/4 view is that your iris needs to be more distinctly on the left side of the eyelashes because she's looking to the left. If you put them kind of in the middle, it will just look wrong. We're adding a mouth here, kind of an open and friendly smile. As you can tell, those lines that we put in really help us to center up all of our facial features. So if you don't think those are important, think again, because they really do help, and you can just end up erasing them later on. We're putting in 2 lines for the collarbones. And we're adding some eyelids and upturned eyebrows. What we can do next is block in the hair. You can probably tell how much bigger the hair is than her actual head. This is obviously not real proportion to an actual human being, but when drawing anime, this is an essential. Big hair is always the best way to go. We've got our pretty basic proportions mapped out finally. Adding in a few details around the eyes, like the bottom eyelashes, and defining the eyelashes on the top a little bit more. The nose should be significantly smaller than actual noses would be because this is anime. we're going to add 2 little hair clips up here, just to make her a little more girly. You might also notice the thinness of her neck. That's also another anime trait. What we can do now is start inking in our lines. I usually try to start with the hair first because the hair usually is on top. Make sure you leave lines up there, a little space for your hair clips. And start blocking in the jawline. Make sure your hand is really loose for this one. If your hand is too tense or you're too worried about it, it'll turn out to be really choppy. The best way to go is just relax and trust your instincts on that. Blocking the hair, always do the hair before the neck because the hair tends to overlap on the neck, and you wouldn't want to have to go back and redo those lines because of a mistake you made while inking. The ear, we can add a few details to the ear. Looking good so far. Next we're going to fill in the mouth. This one too, you just want to have a loose hand. Just kind of trust your instincts and not worry about it too much. We're filling in the hair clips. And adding a couple extra strands of hair. Next we can fill in the eyes a little bit more. What we're going to do is add a shine in the corner. If you need to go back and do this in pencil, that's totally fine, but if you think you can just freehand it in pen, that's great too. That's what I'm doing. Again, notice how the pupils are pretty much on the left side of the eye. In fact, so much so on the right eye that you don't even see the eyelashes on the left side. And this really helps with the 3/4 view. If you look at your face sideways in a mirror, you'll notice that that's the way it is in actual human being too. I'm going to fill in the eyebrows here. And while some styles of anime actually have the eyebrows visible over the hair, for this style I'm just going ahead and leaving what's under the hair invisible. So next we can just take our eraser and start taking away those pencil lines. Depending on what kind of pen that you're using, make sure you give the lines a few moments to dry so that you don't end up smearing them. Here I'm taking my pen and just filling in a few little places that didn't get connected. What we're also going to do is take your line marker and just go ahead and fill in a couple of places that you feel needs to have a little bit of boldness, such as the jawline, sometimes the neck. That's what I usually do, just to give it a little more of a pop. You can see the difference that's already made. We're going to fill in the eyelashes. We're also going to put a couple places in the eye, in the corners, where you can make it a little darker. You can see that that's what I'm doing here. It's just filling in those little places. You'll find that it gives the eye so much more depth than just leaving it kind of all the same boldness. We are almost done. What I'm adding here is just a few eyelashes, just to make her a little more girly. Just coming in and outlining the ear a little bit more so that make sure it's visible under all that hair. And I'm taking my ebony pencil and start really dark at the top, and then as you go down the eye, get gradually lighter, and you will find that adds incredible depth to the eye. And just like that, she comes to life. The last thing to do is to go ahead and sign your name in the corner, and your anime girl 3/4 view is complete.